Good morning, President of Western North Carolina. This is Byron Wade, your General Presbyter. Today, I'm here in Polk County visiting Tryon Presbyterian Church. Alan Pertil is the pastor here. We've just finished service, so I've had a wonderful time worshiping with the good people here of Tryon Presbyterian Church. And I also preached, because many of you may know, according to the Presbyterian planning calendar, today is Disability Awareness Sunday within the Presbyterian Church USA, and that was the theme for today. But yet, as we look at it further in the context of our subject for today, as we talk about disability awareness within our churches, there are many others who are asking the question, can you help me out? And what exactly is our response to those? That in Jerusalem, next to the sheep gate, there was a pool. And this pool was used by many people. It was a pool for ritual cleaning for those who went to it. And we find out here, as it had the 5 porticos, so there's 5 different ways in which people can come into this exact pool, that there were people also there, able-bodied, and those that we would consider or think of as not able-bodied. It tells us here within the text that there were those who were blind, those who were lame, and those who were paralyzed. And you can imagine in some cases, being human as we are these days as well as back in those days, there were some who were coming to take a particular bath in this place that were probably upset that those were standing here or laying here, whatever the case may be. We find that some of them were probably saying, you need to move out of my way so I can make my way to be healed. Or I could cleanse myself that I may be able to go forth and do what God has called me to do. Or maybe I just want to get clean, but you are in my way. And you can imagine each and every day, those who had some type of disability were probably crying out, because we understand here also within the text that this pool had some healing powers. Beloved, today we find ourselves, whether you have multiple sclerosis, whether you have some other type of disability, maybe you can't see well, maybe you can't walk like you used to, maybe you're going through depression and anxiety, whatever it is, when everybody else passes you up in life, when everybody else tells you that you're less than, when everybody else shares with you that you're not just like us, I want you to know that Jesus loves you and Jesus recognizes you as being whole. Jesus is the one who created us and made us fine as we are. And as we say in African church, Jesus didn't make no junk. Many of you may also know that our General Council, as of recently, have established and voted to approve a disabilities ad hoc committee, because we're looking as an entire church that we may be inclusive of all people. And so that is a part of our mission. And just so happens here at Tryon Presbyterian Church, they have just established a disabilities task force. And today we're going to have a conversation with Susan Woodcock, who is the chair of that committee here for Tryon Presbyterian Church. So Susan, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you for being here today.
You're very much welcome. Tell me, what are you doing here exactly with disabilities as we celebrate Disability Awareness Sunday?
In January of this year, our church session approved a task force for disability, accessibility, and inclusion, and I am the chair of the task force. And the very first thing we did was an audit of our church campus and our ministries, and we had good news and bad news. We were doing a lot of things right, but we had a long ways to go and improvements to make. So we've been steadily working along towards that, and it's really been rewarding to be part of that.
Good, good. What all have you done so far specifically?
Well, one of the biggest things is we now have a ramp on our east entrance. Well, we almost have a ramp. It's in the as you can see, the concrete hasn't been poured yet. But that's one of the things, rearranging our sanctuaries so that wheelchairs and mobility devices can come in. We have large print hymnals, we have hearing devices, and we have an online ministry. So we have a lot of ways to make sure that everybody can worship equally.
Well, good, good, good. That's wonderful. I'm glad that Tryon is doing this as you serve everybody here, not only in the church but also within the community.
Yeah.
So I hope that each of you have had the opportunity to hear what's going on here at Tryon through Susan. I hope that you will have a chance to see what we're going to be doing here within the Presbytery with our Disabilities Ad Hoc Committee. And until the next Western Front episode, may God continue to bless you, and I'll see you then.